All right, hey guys, so I want to show you how to use an Instapot. I know a lot of you probably have pressure cookers at home that you may be scared to use, not sure how to use it, and I want to completely get rid of all the myths and things that you might be thinking about. They're so easy to use, and it's one of the biggest tools that I use to make sure I can have healthy, fast meals. And so I've already kind of gotten started over here, but I'm going to show you how I make rice. Okay, so you start out with your rice. You can wash it if you'd like to. I did not in this case, but I started out with a cup of rice and I put it in my Instapot. I get it going and I'm going to add a fat to that. Okay, you choose what your fat is. I just chose avocado oil and I'm not really a measurer in this case. So I just kind of sprinkled it in. I put approximately a tablespoon of fat in there. So I've got that in there. I press it on the saute setting. Okay, and so once I get all those ingredients in there, saute setting, and in just a minute, it's going to start beeping at you, and that's okay. That means it's on. It means it's working. And so the cool thing about Instapots is that they can do more things than just pressure cooking. Okay, so it's going to actually saute just like you had something on the stove. Okay, and so I've got it going, and if you want to come over here and look, I can show you what our goal is. So I'm toasting the rice. You can see how it's already starting to get kind of a golden brown in there. That's what we're going for. So I had a natural health practitioner tell me one time that if you toast your rice, that the body actually recognizes it more as a protein. So that's a really good thing. It means it's not going to spike your blood sugar. And so since he told me that, I've been cooking my rice this way ever since. All right, so we're ready for our second step. We've got our rice toasted over here. Now we're going to add in our broth or our liquid. I personally like to use like a bone broth in there. Again, it's adding the nutrition value up, just adding that bone broth. I've already got it measured up, 1 cup. If I did 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of liquid. Okay, that's how easy it is for an Instapot. So I'm going to add that in. You're going to hear it. It's going to make a sound. So I've got that added in. I'm also going to add some salt. Remember, I'm not a measurer, so I'm going to do approximately about a teaspoon. That's approximately how much I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to throw that in, and I'm just going to stir that up just a little bit together. The liquid covers the rice, and if you want to come over here and just check it out so you can see what it looks like, but I just get it to where it's covered, and I'm ready to seal it on. So I'm going to show you how you seal this. Okay, so I'm going to put, one of the things you do with Instapot is you got to make sure that your seal is completely around this inner ring. If you can see that ring, you want to make sure it's all up in there. This is a safety valve. I can't remember what its exact name is, but you just want to make sure that's tight as well. That's the only thing you do. You're going to apply it on here, and you're going to turn it. You're going to make sure your top valve is all the way to sealing, okay? If you do it to the sealing, that means it's going to build up pressure. If I turned it to venting, that's how you slow cook. But remember, we're doing a pressure cooking, so we're going to keep it on sealed, and I'm ready to program it, okay? So here's how I program. If you'll come over here and check this out, right now it's off. I'm just going to press manual, and it automatically puts in 30 minutes. I'm going to go down to 3. And you'll hear it in just a minute, set to high pressure, 3 minutes. All I did was press manual. I did not press the rice setting. That actually goes too long. All right, there's the beep I wanted to hear. That means it's on. I don't have to press anything else. It's ready. It's already going. And I'm going to let it do its thing. And so it's going to build up steam. This is going to seal off. You'll hear it start to build up its steam and everything, but everything is safe. You're in a good place right now. All right, hey guys, so we're back for the last step. Okay, it's done. It took 3 minutes, and hang on, I'm gonna say this about it. It doesn't take exactly 3 minutes because it has to build up pressure all the way to that. So I would say you can make rice in about 10 minutes total. So it's got to build up the pressure, but it only cooks for 3 minutes. Okay, and so it's done. It just beeped. It beeped like about 10 times. Went off. It's letting me know it's done. It automatically switches into keep warm mode, and so this is what the countdown is. It's just showing that it's underneath keep warm mode. It's been on warming setting for 1 minute now. That's all that means. And so all I have to do is I can just press the cancel. I can let it stay warm. Some recipes will tell you on Instapot, they'll say, hey, let it do a 10-minute countdown, basically as soon as it's off. So you just wait until this is 10 minutes. You don't have to press anything. I'm going to go ahead and for the sake of this, we're going to stop it right now. I don't have to do that with my rice, so I'm just going to press cancel. It's off. But here's the thing. There's still a lot of pressure built up in here. So I've got to either do the natural release. Natural release means I let it do its own cool down, and it'll take at least 20 minutes or something to do that. But let's say I've got to get supper on the table. I need to get this rice out. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a spoon, something like that, and I'm going to actually lift this nodule. Don't do this with your hands because the steam will come out and it could burn you. So I'm just going to gradually lift the steam. You'll see it start to come out. So just so you know, there's a lot of, I'm going to stop for just a second. There's a lot of safety mechanisms built in. Don't worry about this coming and blowing off on you, okay? It's going to be fine. But just to say from this, I can turn it over this way, and now it's going. There wasn't much liquid, so it's not going to steam that long. But if you'll look right here, this little, I'm not even sure what it's called, but it's part of the safety mechanisms. When it pops down, the lid, I can actually unlock the lid. You'll see it fall down in just a second. But once it goes down, I can safely open my lid. So I'm just going to turn and open it up. And there's my rice. Check it out. Hopefully, and I can go ahead and fluff it right away. You can see how perfect. So this is al dente right here. So it's not going to be mushy, perfectly separated. You can throw in a diced onion. You could throw in some peas or carrots. However you want to do that, you could totally do this when you're cooking it. But my rice is done and ready to serve.